the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, back in action here in the 2020 calendar year. It is the Salt Flat IROC Series. It is Season 3. This is race number 4, round 4 of the season here. We have 3 winners so far this year. And just taking a quick look at it, it looks like all 3 of those winners are here tonight, trying to bite off another win on the season. Colton Farrow won the season opener. Craig Schwartz notched his name into the book. And then the last time we were live here with the Salt Flat IROC Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network, Todd Poston put himself in victory lane. And, well, now that Rookie of the Year candidate is looking to go again. He is here in the lobby. He has not turned a practice lap here at Texas, and he has never ran this car here at Texas. So we're going to see how Todd Poston fares tonight. Take a little gander at him a little bit later on. But as we talked about Poston and Farrow and Schwartz being some of your winners on the season, let's take a quick look here and see if we can pull up the point standings for the Salt Flat IROC Series. This is how it looks after 3 races so far. Randy Johnson is at the top with the point standings for the Nickel Performance Group. He also, with his Nichols Performance team, holds down the #1 spot in your team championship. Colton Farrow, read it backwards. Randy Johnson holds the points lead for the individual standings, and the Nichols Performance team is actually in second in your team standings. Colton Farrow, who is in second here for your individual points, and his teammate of Daryl Clauder, who is third, are actually your championship overall leaders for the point standings, getting all sorts of things mismatched right here. But another one of your rookie candidates of the year, Hunter Reynolds, is right there in your 4th spot. Jason Dobbs is sitting 5th. Orlando Rivera, and it's good to see Orlando is here in the lobby tonight, but Orlando is 6th in the point standings. Todd Poston moving up 16 spots with his win last time out. He is now shown in the 7th spot. 8th is going to go to Cody Levitt out of Las Vegas, and then it's Dustin Shepard there in the 9th spot. Rounding out your top 10 in points here for the IROCs, that will be none other than Patrick Smith. Ira Kohlhaas is just outside the top 10, just 3 points out into the 11th spot, and right behind him by 1 point will be David Gainforth. Craig Schwartz is sitting 3rd. 13th. Josiah Millen is 14th. Michael Whitaker 15th. 16th is Macro Belney out of New Jersey, and, 17th is none other than Mr. Taylor himself, the new homeowner. 18th in points is Lynn McNeese. Greg O'Berry is 19th, and Donald Bennett for the Keystone Motorsports Group rounds out your top 20 in points. That's how it looks after 3 rounds here with the IROC Series. Round 4 coming at you here from the Texas Motor Speedway in just over a minute here in time. Right now, Cody Levitt out of Las Vegas is holding down the top spot. Randy Johnson, the UPS driver, is 2nd. 3rd is the Joker Dobbs himself. Greg O'Berry is 4th. And little Jeff Pogo hopped on his stick to the Texas Motor Speedway, and he rounds out the top 5. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to play the national anthem, and we will be right back here with the Salt Flat IROC Series here at the Texas Motor Speedway for live qualifying action for round number 4.
Oh, say, can you see? So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Welcome back here to the Texas Motor Speedway race fans. Qualifying for round number 4 here for the Salt Flat IROC Series is underway, and the first driver to hit to the track is going to be the 01 here of Josh Taylor. The new homeowner wants to put some hardware on his shelf here. Can he take the Bromley Designs pole award here tonight for round number 4? This is his first time lap for the driver of this 01 machine. He does have one win in the books for himself from last season. Where will he land here on lap number 1, as he is actually the second driver across the line? And this man out of California, who we missed last time out, the 05 driver of Timmy Valenzuela, right now is on the provisional pole. Last time out, Timmy was not able to drive here with the Salt Flat Racing Series, or the IROC Series, as he was in a little bit of a fender bender on his way to Southern California Raceway. As you see him a little bit up the track, I think it's going to be a little bit slower lap here this time for Timmy Valenzuela. Though Timmy was in a little bit of a car crash, he is A-OK as he is back here racing behind the wheel here in the new year. Second lap for Valenzuela is going to be quicker, but it's a lot quicker for Josh Taylor. He goes back to the top of the timing and scoring with a 36.729, and new quick times falling in here. The Las Vegas kid who had the quick time in practice, he goes right to the top of the board here. The 38 of Cody Levitt goes to the top of the speed charts with a 36.616. That is just a blistering time out there on track. A lot of these drivers early and often getting their lap times in here, trying to see who is still left out there on track. How about this man who is now put in one time? He's coming around for his second lap time, I believe, and it's the man out of Puerto Rico. It is Orlando Rivera. And, well, it's good to see Orlando out here. We talked about a little bit there in the pre-race that he was here, and it was good that he was here. If you're not familiar with what is going on down there in Puerto Rico hit back-to-back days with 2 major earthquakes down there on the island, and Orlando is actually without power for a couple days, and, well, he is back here. He just got power a couple hours ago, and he brings the 08 blue machine out onto the track, and he qualifies in the 18th position. Right now, though, a lot of other guys out there, fan favorite Jason the Joker Dobbs is here tonight as he just finishes up his qualifying attempt for the Nichols Performance machine, and he is in the 7th spot. Greg O'Berry, part of that Nichols Performance team, he is shown right now in your 5th position at that 81 machine. And, well, nobody else out there on track. Jeff Bergner just finishing his qualifying attempt. He goes 18th fastest. Looks like right now we are waiting on one driver to see if he can put in a qualifying time and to be one of your most winningest drivers here in the IROC Series. It'll be the 02 of Craig Schwartz, as he is the only one who has not put in a lap time just yet here at the Texas Motor Speedway. So 22 drivers out of the 23 drivers here tonight have put in a time. Well, since we're here, and it seems like just about everybody, as I don't believe Craig Schwartz will be able to get a qualifying time in, let's just see if we can talk to the man who's at the top of the speed charts right now. Let's see if we can get a word in with the driver out of the Deeper Darker Dew stables. It'll be the 38 of Cody Levitt. Cody, you got a copy. It's Muth up here in the booth. Cody Levitt got a copy. It's Muth up here in the booth. Well, it doesn't seem like the 38 possibly has his ears on out there, but, well, we're just giving him a little bit of a congratulations anyway. Cody Levitt looks like he will be, as time will expire here in qualifying, he will be your provisional pole setter here tonight from the Texas Motor Speedway. So the Bromley Designs pole award will go to Cody Levitt. That will be your starting lineup here with Levitt starting on the pole. We'll get to that rundown here in just a quick moment. Craig Schwartz actually did not turn in a qualifying time. He will start shotgun to the field here tonight. Well, let's take you through your starting lineup here real quick tonight for round 4 here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Qualifying grid brought to us here tonight by Bromley Designs, the designer of all the IROC series and all your car paint designs. Catch him over there on Facebook or, well, even right here on track with these guys tonight. But starting in P number 1, row number 1 will be the 38 out of Las Vegas, Cody Levitt. Right alongside him, it will be a big country Cole Haas, the rookie in the 29 machine. Starting in row number 2, UPS going fast, Randy Johnson, and Missouri native of Jeff Pogo. Starting on row number 3, it's the Liberty University fan of Greg O'Berry and the rookie Hunter Reynolds. Row 4 here tonight, it's Vols Nation nickel performance driver Jason the Joker Dobbs. Right alongside him, another Tennessee person, that is Josh Taylor. Row number 5, the man from north of the border, David Gainforth. And right alongside him, it'd be his teammate Lynn McNeese. Starting behind them, row number 6 out of Florida, it'll be the 26 of Darrell Clauter and Utah's finest, Danny Valenzuela. Row number 7, it is the man who won the round 1 of the season. It is Colton Farrow, and right alongside him, it'll be the man out of Ohio, Jamie Leach. Row 8, it'll be California, Timmy Valenzuela, and Pennsylvania, Donald Bennett. Row 9, it'll be another one of the Keystone Motorsports drivers. It's the number 40 of Josiah Millen, and right alongside him, Salt Flat County Jail, Jeff Bergner. Row 10 here tonight, the 48 of I'm Slow, Todd Poston, and the man out of Puerto Rico that we are glad to see here tonight, it'll be Orlando Rivera. Row number 11, it's the Bromley Designs number 7, and then it's Michael Whitaker out of New Jersey. Starting shotgun to the field, Eldora's finest hard luck award driver 02, Craig Schwartz. Keep an eye on the driver of that 02 here tonight to see if he can work his way through the field. But right now, as they come out of turn number 4, they will be looking for the green flag here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Cody Levitt, IROC Cole Haas going to lead us to the green flag here tonight. Round number 4 is officially underway as the green flag is waving. 23 drivers hit the hammer here and head down towards turn number 1 at the herd of turtle slow speed. It's going to take a long time for these cars to come up to speed. And right now, look at that outside lane roll. It has Ira Cole Haas to the outside. Jeff Pogo is pushing him down to the inside. It's a bunch of Nichols Performance drivers lined up behind the Deeper Darker Dew driver of Cody Levitt as they all storm down the backstretch. Everybody still 2 by 2 as far as you can see. It looks like a good, clean start for all these drivers here. Who will lead lap number 1 here tonight? Will it be Cole Haas to the outside, or will it be Cody Levitt down to the bottom? It looks like Las Vegas will lead lap number 1 here tonight out of the scheduled 75 laps. Yeah, you can lead lap 1, but it's going to be all about who leads lap 75 here tonight and down into turn 1. It will still be, continued to be that inside lane, Cody Levitt. Everybody else behind him, still 2 by 2 as they all storm back down the backstretch. As you can hear my dog here trying to get into the broadcast. Sorry about that. Little Macy loves the Salt Flat IROC series here, and she's excited a little bit about tonight. Cole Haas losing a little bit of ground on that outside. Doesn't look like Jeff Pogo's able to push the 29 driver, country Cole Haas himself. As they come across the line, it'll still be Levitt and the Nichols Performance Group all down to the bottom lane. Josh Taylor sitting right back here. He is the 8th car in this train, and he is trying to do it. For the Midnight Runners, they are 1 driver short here tonight, and they are trying to get all the points they can get. And it's going to start early and often about who can lead a lap here or who can lead the most. Clean race also gives these team guys a couple bonus points here, but Cody Levitt still leading the way. As you see, that is the number 12 of Randy Johnson right behind him, and everybody else has started to single file out here early on. It looks like only 3 drivers here in your top 15 who are actually right now to the outside. Johnson taking a quick peek to the outside. He will not go to the outside. He stays lined up down on the bottom because he knows he has his teammates down there. Here they all come. It's still Levitt. Levitt actually leaves the inside lane open. Here comes the number 12. Here comes Randy Johnson and the Nichols Performance. They're going to split him as they will go 3 wide into corner number 3. Cole Haas going to have to really go high. He's going to have to ride the Kyle Larson line. There's not much grip up there, and there is definitely no help. So it'll be 3 Nichols Performance guys to the inside. Those 3 dancers going to come across the line. It'll be Randy Johnson, Greg O'Berry, and then Dobbs to the inside. It's the highlighter yellow Performance Group coming out of pit lane. Not sure what happened. Timmy Valenzuela going to start a couple laps behind here. It looks like right now he is 2 laps down, so an unfortunate start for the driver of that 05 machine as he will tag the rear of the field. Right now, his brother of Danny Valenzuela runs back into the 19th position. Right there is Danny as he is trying to work right now under his next-door neighbor of Jeff Bergner, both out of the same town. Actually, Danny had just moved, so he no longer lives in the same neighborhood. Another one of those drivers, it looks like the 84 of McNeese, was up the track, and two of the drivers into the outside wall, Todd Poston and Lynn McNeese. Poston not getting any practice time as he was too busy eating chicken wings out there tonight before the race, and now he runs, and into the outside wall he goes, but I don't think either driver really has too much damage on the machine. I think they'll both be able to keep on ticking here. These IROCs, these street stocks, if you will, they take a beating, and they just keep on ticking. At the front, talking about ticking, it's tick-tock. It's still the Nichols Performance engines out there, as now it looks like Randy Johnson's going to give a little bit of breathing room down to the inside, maybe possibly going to let his teammate Greg O'Berry lead a lap here. Right now, it is Levitt has led 3 laps tonight here from Texas, and Johnson has led the next 3. Now Johnson goes to the outside, allows his teammate Greg O'Berry to take a little bit of sniff of the lead down here in turn 1. Out of turn 2, it'll still be the top 3 positions being held down by the Nichols Performance Group. A little bit of a block thrown there down the backstretch. Josh Taylor had a little bit of a run on Dobbs, and Dobbs just absolutely slams the door when they get down there into turn 3, and now Dobbs is going to try and run away and hide. Not a lot of places to go hide here. It's a lot of pack racing, a little bit of packed up style, sort of like a super speedway, just kind of packed in here to the 1.46 mile track. Now Greg O'Berry's going to lead a lap, and they're going to shuffle him. Now it's going to be Dobbs' turn. Can Dobbs come back around here and lead a lap here at Texas inside the first 10 laps here? He leaves the bottom lane open. Taylor doesn't try and take advantage of it this time. He'll sit there behind the driver of the 985 and see if Dobbs can lead himself one of his first laps here on the season. He has had a lot of strong finishes, just hasn't been able to park that number 985 in victory lane. He'll come across the line right here. He will lead a lap here at Texas. 8 laps in the book, working lap number 9 here. A bunch of good racing so far here tonight. So we got to thank all these race fans for tuning in here. I see a famous guy out there in chat, Robert Dubin. Dak, good to see you out there, my friend. Hunter, right now, though, Hunter Reynolds running right there in the 7th position. He is one of the Rookie of the Year candidates, the only driver racing for the green team. That's the dark green team. As they are 3 wide out of turn number 4, it looks like that is the 12 of Johnson up to the outside. Levitt going to pass him. Now here comes Jeff Pogo through the middle lane in the number 24. Jeff Pogo trying to work his way back up inside the top 5. Right now he is shown actually in the 5th position as he is still side by side with the 12. They will go 3 wide once again because down to the inside is the 01 of Taylor. 3 wide, still at the front of this one, trying to figure out who's going to lead the way. It is O'Berry right now, and look at him. He goes from the middle lane straight down to the bottom in front of Dobbs. Out of turn 4. It looks like O'Berry is going to block the 38 as they come across the line, and hard into the outside wall goes Cody Levitt. Looks like the air was just taken off the nose of that 38, and he slams the outside wall. He'll lose a couple positions, but I think he'll be all right. I don't see too much damage. It looks like he did exactly what the 48 and the 84 did a handful of laps ago, coming through that little bit of a tri-oval. You know, the air gets packed on the nose, no turn, no downforce, and just kind of slip and slide. Right now, though, Jeff Pogo trying to find his way to the front with the 24 machine. He is racing for the Deeper Darker Dew stables. Right now, the Deeper Darker Dew team running in the 2nd position with Jeff Pogo, 7th position with Cody Levitt, and then Jamie Leach runs back there in the 11th spot. Not to be outdone, though, the Nichols Performance driver, Jason Dobbs, is out front. He gets a little bit of a bump coming out of the corner. Up the track he goes. Here comes Jeff Pogo trying to take over the lead here on lap number 12. Contact down the backstretch. Little bit of a door slap there between the 985 and the 24. Dobbs and Pogo throwing a little bit of haymakers at each other as now they are all sorts of bottled up. Dobbs weaving back and forth through turns 3 and 4 there. Coming across the line here, lap number 12. Going to go to the 24 of Jeff Pogo as they are throwing haymakers at the front. Here comes Dobbs. Dobbs gives Pogo a shot down into turn number 1. No love lost between those two drivers. A little bit of a nudge saying, hey, I'm still back here, my friend. Now Pogo going to get out in front of that driver of the 985 just a little bit as they go down the backstretch. See how close Dobbs is to the back bumper of Pogo. Pogo hits the apron a little bit. Dobbs follows him right down there. Both drivers a little bit of squirrely down there in the middle, 3 and 4. Coming to complete. Yellow flag waving here as it looks like Michael Bromley out of the ABV stables is going around here in turn 4. And I believe Michael Whitaker also a little bit slow out of turn 4. That'll put us under caution here on lap number 14 for the first time here tonight in round 4 from Texas. We're throw it back. We're a check on what happened to Michael Bromley. He was running back here. It looks like actually in the 20th position, as it looks like him and Whitaker just make contact there, and both drivers going to go around. We'll throw it back once again, though, and see if we can find a better view, see if we can go over top here. Right behind, drone camera following the 7 here, pinned on the back bumper of the 7. What happens is you see Danny Valenzuela go down around Michael Whitaker, and then the 7 of Bromley tried to fill the gap, and him and Whitaker make contact, and around both of those drivers go. I don't believe there's too much damage on either of them cars, but both drivers now going to need 4 fresh tires, and well, that's probably not how you wanted to start tonight out, but a good 14-lap run here. Going to allow a lot of these drivers to really feel how their car was handling out there. As they come down here, they can make steering adjustments. Hunter Reynolds going to miss his pit stall. The driver of the 14 will miss his pit stall, and he will go back out onto the track. No pit stop for Hunter Reynolds. Now it's going to be 4 tires and fuel for the rest of your drivers here. Who will be the first one off pit road? What strategies are being played? It doesn't look like any 2-tire stops through the field. As you see, the left side tires up here for Cody Levitt, Ira Kohlhaas. Jack has dropped for Jeff Pogo. Dobbs is down on the way. O'Berry and Taylor. It will be the 24 of Pogo winning the race off pit road. It would be Pogo, then Dobbs, Taylor, O'Berry, Johnson, Levitt, Millen, Kohlhaas, Farrow, and Swartz. Your top 10 drivers off pit road. But remember, Darrell Klauner going to stay out here. And along with Darrell Klauner staying out, it'll be Hunter Reynolds missing his pit stall. And now Hunter is going to have to try and see if he can come back down this time by Will Darrell Klauner also coming down. Darrell did not get a lap led for that 26, but this is always his strategy. Stay out 1 lap longer than everybody else before we come down pit road. So now both of them will come down, and they will turn everything back over to this man right here. Here comes Jeff Pogo. He'll catch the pace car. Just taking a quick gander to see if Darrell Klauner did get credited with a lap led. He did not, race fan. So if you're a Darrell Klauner fan, no lap led for the driver of that 26 as Jeff Pogo now resumes the lead here. Lights are still on the iRacing pace car, so that just means we're going to do possibly another 2 laps under yellow. Where is your favorite driver? Well, let's just throw up the top 20 on the side of the screen here, and you can find the running order right now of where your favorite driver is. Right now, out front is Jeff Pogo. Then it's Jason the Joker. Dobbs in second. Josh Taylor is third. Greg O'Berry is fourth. Randy Johnson is fifth. Cody Levitt is sixth with his buddy of Millen right behind him in seventh. Ivor Kohlhaas is eighth. Colton Farrow is ninth. Schwartz is 10th. 11th here tonight is Jamie Leach, and Todd Poston is in the 12th spot. Jeff Bergner is 13th. David Gainforth is 14th. Lynn McNeese is 15th. Orlando Rivera is in the 16th spot. Donald Bennett is 17th with Michael Bromley, who just took a little bit of a spin down there. He is now shown in your 18th spot. 19th is Danny Valenzuela. Michael Whitaker is 20th. Hunter Reynolds, after missing his pit stall, that's going to kill him. He was inside the top 5, now all the way back to the 21st position. He has a lot of ground he is going to have to make up here tonight. Darrell Klauner is shown in the 22nd position, and now 1 lap down will be the California kid of Timmy Valenzuela. Lights on the iRacing pace car do go out. A little bit of strategy being played here. It looks like Lynn McNeese back down pit road in the 84 car. He's going to pack her full of fuel, and he'll rejoin the tail end of the field. Still early here. You see a lot of strategy that gets played in these IROC races. A lot of these drivers from all over the iRacing simulator platform, not just here on iRacing. A couple of these drivers, like, well, the driver of the 31, Donald Bennett, mainly known from his Forza days over there on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. He is out here tonight. A couple guys who sling it on the dirt. Some of these guys are pavement sprint car drivers. They got a super late model driver out here tonight. A lot of these guys, not just from the iRacing platform, a lot of them have real racing careers. Jeff Pogo is mainly known for 4 wheels, but he also likes to play on 2 wheels with his KTM. It keeps taking money from him. That's why he's out here trying to win a little bit of a back, but let's see. He's going to have to win this race to try and put his name in contention, his name in the hat, but the iRacing pace car is down on the way. Green flag back in the air. We're going to go back green flag racing here. Lap number 18 going to start right now. 58 laps to go here from Texas as everybody's trying to come up through the gears as they head towards turn 1. Out of turn number 2 they come, and that inside lane, Jeff Pogo, along with the 01 of Taylor. Taylor tried to go to the inside on Pogo. Pogo throws a little bit of a block down the backstretch. And that's how they're going to look as they come through turns 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, back to the green flag. Here we are, 1 lap under the green flag conditions, and it will be led here by the 24 of Jeff Pogo. That'll put Pogo out there. He has the most laps led so far tonight. 7 laps out front here for Jeff Pogo. Those Nichols Performance drivers, though, are still right there. The 985, the 12, and the 81, all still inside the top 5. Pogo's teammates back there in 6th, and the other one back into the 12th position. If you're new here to the IROC series, you see the drivers with the same colors on the car. That indicates that they are teammates out here. They do run for team championship points. And right now, the driver who won last time we were out there on track, as you see, Jeff Pogo is going to lead another lap. Todd Poston, though, last time out winner, he is sitting here in the 48 machine out of the NSRA Super Speedway Series. He's a Super Speedway champion at his own, and he is out here in the 10th position, trying to work his way through the field. Had no practice. Remember in the trioval early on, though, he did end up into the outside wall along with his teammate of McNeese. His other teammate of Gainforth is actually towards the back of the field here right now, running in the 17th, now 18th position, as he is almost 3 wide here. Hunter Reynolds trying to work his way back up through the field. Out front at the line, though, it is still going to be Jeff Pogo, but that outside lane really getting a good push. It is Dobbs and O'Berry trying to make the outside really sing for themselves. Can they go up there and battle? We haven't seen too many passes done from the outside lane. We've been able to see the outside lane get there and hold strong with your leaders as they go back down into 3, as they are 2 by 2 for your lead. It is Pogo and Taylor to the inside. Then it is Dobbs and O'Berry. Right behind them, though, is going to be the number 12 of Randy Johnson. He has yet to kind of peek out a line and go to the outside with his 2 teammates. Cody Levitt is sitting right here in the 6th spot. ABV driver, Ira Kohlhaas out of the Bromley Design Stable. He is in the 7th spot, and here comes Josiah Millen. Last time we were at one of these quote-unquote cookie-cutter tracks. Oh, look at it! 3 wide, almost 4 wide into turn number 3. 3 of your Nichols Performance drivers were 3 wide, and they shoved Jeff Pogo down to the bottom. They're trying to figure it out. Right now, Dobbs is going to be the man that gets shuffled all the way to the outside. He could end up outside the top 10 here as they come through the trioval. Dobbs going to hang on to her out of all that 4 wide action down there in turn 3. He winds up going, though, from the 3rd spot all the way to 10th. He'll tag the rear here and see if he can get back into it, as right behind him then will be the driver of the 02 of Craig Schwartz. Slowly but surely, the Ginger is coming to the front of the field here tonight. Doesn't look like Craig Schwartz is really trying to push the envelope here too early, as he is just out there pretty much cruising around. He did start shotgun to the field here tonight and has already worked himself up into the 11th spot, just outside the top 10 as everybody scatters. Oh, Kohlhaas going to hit the wall through the trioval. He hangs on to it because, well, that 48 there posting lifted a little bit, allowed the Kohlhaas in the 29 to gather that car back up and just breathe it just a little bit, as almost a little bit of a door slap down there. Farrow slowly making his way up through the field here. Here comes Levitt. Levitt was looking to the inside of Josh Taylor down the backstretch, but Taylor gonna slam the door shut. Holding strong to the outside, side drafting the 24 will be the 12 of Randy Johnson coming out of turn 4. Here they come. Who's going to have the better run out of turn 4? Will it be that 24, Jeff Pogo? And it will be once again at the line. It is Jeff Pogo. Give him 13 laps led. Now 51 laps here to go. 25 laps, or lap 25 on the board right now here for these drivers. Out of 4, Pogo gets another good run. Johnson, though, just hanging on the door panel of the 24. Pogo going to give a little bit of a slip down there entering turn 3, but that bottom lane just really is able to turn the center of the corner and get a really good drive off. That outside lane does battle back halfway down the front stretch here in the tri-oval, but it's just not enough of a run. These cars are up to full song and dance by now. They've been out there. This is lap 11 here of the stint. We've been back to green flag racing, 9 laps of green flag racing. As you see everybody down there riding that white line, it's a little, I don't want to say, it's a little unconventional for a lot of these drivers to run that white line down there because it's going to start to chew up the tires here for these IROCs. This is the first time that these IROCs have been here on the Texas Speedway, and they're not sure how the brand new V7 tire model is really going to play factor here tonight. We're going to find out if we get a long enough green flag stretch here to see if these tires really start to wear out. Right now, though, you are staring at your leaders, and Randy Johnson is your only leader who is still to the outside. Cody Levitt, though, has really been trying to work off the turn 2 exit to try and get down to the inside of Josh Taylor, and Taylor has just been holding strong there with that 01 machine. He's not able to get down there underneath Taylor. Taylor's just holding his ground, and Dobbs, who's made it or has worked his way back up inside the top 10, is now in the 7th spot as he's trying to bully the back bumper here of Farrow. And actually, Greg O'Berry is actually back there in the 9th position now. Didn't see really what happened to Greg O'Berry to force him so far back in the running order. Running at the tail end here, your 10th position is the 29 of Cole Haas. Remember, he was into the outside wall, but you're looking at his car, and it looks absolutely clean. No damage, race fans, if you're a Cole Haas fan, as he is in the 10th spot. No damage. Still looking here inside. Your top 18 drivers are still here. The last one hanging on to the tail of this little bit of a draft is going to be the 08 of Orlando Rivera and the 31 Keystone Motorsports driver of Donald Bennett. So both of them are right now running in the 17th and 18th spot. Then there's a little bit of a gap, about a 3-second gap back to these 3 drivers. It'd be the 26 of Darrell Clauter, and it'd be the 101 of David Gainforth. And then it is Michael Whitaker, and then even 3 seconds back behind them is going to be the number 7. I think he might be drinking a little bit of Jack Daniels out there, possibly, which may be why he's a little bit farther back down the running order. And that is the 7 of Michael Bromley himself. 1 lap down and still out there, and he's got a lot of right front damage on this 05 machine. That is the California kid of Timmy Valenzuela. He's still out here running laps, and I'm looking at his last lap. He's actually running comparable times to, well, David Gainforth and Michael Bromley, who are just ahead of him on the timing and scoring. So it's not like he is way off the pace. But right now, the guy who's running quick times, and actually I just saw it, Johnson up the track, and now they're going to go 3-wide contact. Johnson into the outside wall. He's going to take his teammate with him. They're going to scatter on the front stretch. They're going to pile them up right here. Contact between the 48 of Todd Poston and the number 12 of Randy Johnson goes around, and along with him, then going to go. Oh, there's more drivers involved in it. It looks like there's Orlando Rivera, Lynn McNeese, and is that Jeff Bergner in the 21? So a bunch of them piling up here, and it all started inside the top 10. We're going to have to take the gander back here on the Turn 3 Racing replay and see what exactly happened here. Over top here, the 48 and the 12 you're watching right at the top of your screen. They make contact coming through the tri-oval because they are just about 3 wide. Poston thought Dobbs was there, and then Johnson into the outside wall. Around they go, and look at everybody pile in there. Nowhere for a lot of these guys to go. Donald Bennett going to go through the grass, and he's able to actually miss most of the accident, it looks like. But Hunter Reynolds is involved in this. Orlando Rivera. Looks like the 21 of Jeff Bergner, Greg O'Berry, Randy Johnson. We're taking another gander back. Let's see if we can actually ride inside one of these cars here. Let's get a look. That's not exactly the camera we were looking for. Here we go from the roof camera of the 31 of Donald Bennett as he comes through the tri-oval. Sees all of it unfold in front of him. Jamie Leach just heads right down straight through the grass, and look at that. It actually looks like Orlando Rivera also missed all of that as he scooted down there through the grass. But Donald Bennett taking the action to go through the grass, and he misses all of that. McNeese comes to a complete stop over here on the front stretch, and Actually, this is going to really save Michael Bromley, who is a little bit behind the field here. So a lot of these guys now going to be able to have second, we'll call it second lives, as everybody is down pit road here once again. So you see a lot of those cars tore up right there as Randy Johnson comes in. As Dobbs also down pit road there. A lot of these drivers are going to have a little bit of work, as now Timmy Valenzuela gets his lap back. He will be put back on the lead lap. So all 23 of our drivers here tonight will be back on the lead lap. Race off pit road. Gonna be Cody Levitt, then Jeff Pogo. Both of those cars nosediving at the end there to see who could get that one. So it'll be Levitt, then Pogo, Farrow, Taylor, Millen, Poston, Kohlhaas, Dobbs, and then Bennett off pit road, and Valenzuela, Danny the Valenzuela kid. So right there is your leader. Working our second caution flag here of the night. Not quite halfway, about 10 laps to the halfway. Yeah. Not quite to the halfway point. Just about there. Well, what do you say, race fans? What do you say we dial up somebody and see if we can get a word in with one of these drivers? See if we can grab one of the drivers that were involved here. Let's see if we can start with the man where it all started up front here. Let's see if we can get a word in with the driver of that 48 here of Todd Poston. Todd, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Todd, you won last time we were out, and now tonight here inside the first half of this race, involved in a little bit of an accident. What happened there coming out of turn 4 through the tri-oval?
Basically, I just lost the car underneath me and didn't want to go down too low, and I ended up getting into the guy above me.
Yeah, so that kind of sent a couple guys scattering out behind you. But as all that kind of unfolded, it looks like your car, though, is pretty good. We did see you slap the outside wall coming through the tri-oval early on in the race. Was there any damage from that incident on the car?
No, actually, no damage from that. I got a 0X, but it didn't do any aero damage or anything like that.
So no aero damage, huh? Well, I got a question here from a race fan. They want to know, you turned no practice laps out here tonight. How are the chicken wings?
They were good.
They were good, race fans. There you have it. Todd Poston's going to say that the chicken wings were absolutely good, that he didn't need any stinking practice. He's supposed to be the franchise racer over there at the NSRA stables. But, Todd, I guess try and keep the car clean the rest of the way.
Gonna try to, and I'm gonna try and stay out of people's way, too.
Well, see, that's something that Todd, he's kind of the turtle out there. They kind of call him the turtle or the rolling roadblock. And right now the roadblock will start third car to the inside lane after that. And it's going to restart. Two teammates on the front. This is all going to switch things up here. Remember, it was a stronghold by the Nichols Performance team as they had the top spots here. Now it'll be Levitt and Pogo holding down the fort at the front of the field. Then it'll be Farrow and Taylor. Poston, and then I believe it's showing that it's supposed to be Ira Kohlhaas lined up to the outside. Then it's Dobbs, Whitaker, Bennett, and Clauder, your top 10 drivers. As the lights are off, we're going to go back to green flag racing. Going to be 40 laps this time by here left in this one, and almost to that halfway point. But we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here. Midweek, it's your midweek stress reliever, and they're going to drop the hammer right here and relieve some more stress. A good start to the inside here by the 38 of Cody Levitt as he's back up through the gears. Has to be really careful here. Don't want to miss a shift here at the front of the field. And it looks like everybody is already into the high gear as they are rolling. Jeff Pogo now trying to find a home down there. Can he get to the inside? We've seen people hang on to the outside. Remember, Dobbs has held on out there for quite a while. And, well, so has Randy Johnson. Right now, Johnson, though, buried back into the 22nd position as everybody is storming towards turn number 3. Kohlhaas trying to make the outside roll for that ABV 29 machine. Jeff Pogo getting a really good run off the top side. Cody Levitt, you can see a little bit of damage there on the right front fender. I don't think it's really hampering the performance of that 38. But here comes now the 24, Jeff Pogo, back out front here at Texas. So it's Jeff Pogo, and then it's Levitt. Oh, contact between Levitt and Kohlhaas. That's going to send Kohlhaas up into the outside wall. Ira Kohlhaas into the outside wall in the 29 after making contact with the 38.11. That's going to put him from a third position all the way back to the 18th, 19th, 20th. He's going to continue to drop spots because everybody is lined up to the inside. He'll find a home all the way back in the 22nd position. So the man who started on the outside pole here tonight will now have to work his way through the field. And we are officially at the halfway point here tonight. So he has half the race left to try and work his way back up to the front. He's going to look here under Jamie Leach and try and start it right there for the 21st position. Out front, though, it is still Jeff Pogo. Cody Levitt in that exchange has started to fall back through the field. Now he is stuck to the outside. He's going to get passed up. That looks like by Dobbs. Now Levitt will find a home in the 6th position. So everybody has officially single-filed out here except for this battle for the 10th spot. Hunter Reynolds going underneath the 31 of Bennett. Bennett hanging it out a little bit sideways there coming through the tri-oval. Hunter Reynolds has started to pull his way back up through the field. He is now in the 10th spot. Let's hear it, race fans. Who do you have as Cody Levitt blinks out a little bit down there to the inside, right in front? I believe that is of the Greg O'Berry machine. O'Berry didn't know for a second where he was. Oh, Rivera going to try and fill the hole on O'Berry. That's going to cause a check up to the inside lane. Reynolds has to check up. Bennett has to check up. And, well, that's just everybody trying to stay calm and live for another turn. And they are all going to do that. But this battle back here, all these drivers trying to come through the field. Craig Schwartz hasn't been able to make up much ground. He's got to that 12th spot, and that's pretty much where he has been sitting today. Season 1 champion in Craig Schwartz for the shootout series here. As somebody's motor expires, it looks like that's the 21 of Jeff Bergner. Motor is going to expire in the middle of the draft, and he's actually able to get the 21 off the racing surface, and everybody was scattered around him and kept it all pointed in the same direction. An impressive feat of itself right there by all these IROC drivers being able to avoid the expired motor of Jeff Bergner. That's unfortunate, as Jeff Bergner will be the first one to pull her into the garage here tonight. That's going to be approximately, I believe, about a 40-minute repair job. And, well, with the way that this race has been going, I believe we might be able to finish before Bergner's able to really get the motor fixed. So now it's going to be up to the only midnight runner out there. That's going to be Taylor, who runs in the 4th spot. As you see Dobbs getting shuffled out to the outside in turn 3 there, trying to make the outside sing. But here comes Colton Farrow. He's trying to add his, I want to say, name into the book here tonight. He has not led a lap. Pogo has had a stranglehold on the top spot tonight as he comes across the line that last time by. That was 27 laps left, or led out front here by Jeff Pogo. 34 laps left here tonight at the Texas Motor Speedway for round number 4 here in the IROC Series. As Dobbs is still making the outside lane really work for himself. He's able to hang on right there. He's not able to get up there and go side by side with Pogo, but he's able to hang on right there about midway in between the first and second car to the inside row. That's still heads-up racing there for the second position. They're the only drivers inside the top 10 that are side-by-side. You got to go just outside the top 10 till you can find that battle back there. As Kohlhaas is back here in this little bit of a scuffle mix also to the outside. That'll be the 101 of Gainforth out of Canada, I want to say, I guess. You want to call it Canada. Remember, Kohlhaas was shuffled out from the 3rd spot into the outside wall after contact with the 38.11. And that put Kohlhaas all the way back to the 22nd position at one point. Now he's already worked his way back up into the 15th spot, but now he has to work around Danny Valenzuela and Josiah Millen here, who are in the 13th and 14th spot, and then he could possibly run down that 26, who hangs on to the tail end of that main lead pack, and that'll be Darrell Klauder. Craig Schwartz is back up inside the top 11 now. He gained 1 position by going around the 26. As Klauder hits the apron there up the track, he goes a little bit, but no worries, nobody behind him, so he'll be able to hang on. Levitt is trying to work his way back up through the field after falling back into right around the 9th position. Now he's in the 7th spot, looking to the outside here on Orlando Rivera. And as he goes to the outside, right in front of him will be the 48 of Todd Poston. Now the 01 of Taylor slips off that inside lane, and they're going to scatter. They're going to go 3 wide, racing down the backstretch. Reynolds trying to get to the inside here of Rivera. He's going to get to the inside, and Rivera's going to be shooting to the outside. Where will Levitt go? Now Levitt has a chance to get down to the bottom in front of Donald Bennett. He will take the advantage there and go back down to the bottom. Dobbs still hanging on to the outside. Pogo leaves the bottom lane open just for a moment. 31 laps led now that time by for Jeff Pogo with 30 laps to go here tonight. It's the first race of the 2020 calendar year here for the Salt Flat IROC Series, and he wants to put his name in the record book for winning. I don't have the stat pulled up right now. I don't believe Jeff Pogo has ever won a race here in the Salt Flat IROC Series. He has been a part-time driver for a handful of seasons here. He has a couple top podium finishes, I can tell you that, but I don't believe the man has stacked enough phone books on top of each other to be able to park it in victory lane. He'll lead another lap here at Texas, but he would like to put himself into the record book for winning here in season number 3. Can he do it? That's to be the question that'll be answered in about 29 laps here. Looking at it, possibly about green flag pit stops could come in the next 10. Yeah, we'll call it 10 to 15 laps. Green flag pit stops could start to fall as they could break this run up here. So they just need one more pit stop to make it the rest of the way. Cody Levitt having a little bit of blinking issues towards middle of this top 10. Actually, looks like he's now fallen to the 8th position. As Hunter Reynolds picks off another position. He's now into the 7th position. Reynolds is picking him up and knocking him down. Started inside the top 5. Had to go to the back because he missed his pit stall and had to start shotgun to the field. Got wrapped up in a wreck, and now the caution flag is going to fly again. It looks like the 101 of David Gainforth has gone around, and that will put us under caution. And doing the math, I think possibly, I'll take a gander at that in just a second. Let's watch this replay. What happened here for David Gainforth? He was running just inside. Oh, it looks like he gets a little loose there. What happens out of turn 4? Nothing happens out of turn 4 as he was able to keep it straight and pointed the right way. Oh, Cole Haas gets a little bump, and then Valenzuela out of nowhere hits the driver of the 101. And David Gainforth going to go around here down towards turn number 1. So that's what brings out the caution flag here on lap 49. Call that a 3-car little bit of an incident. But I believe pit road is about to get busy here. It looks like still 22 drivers on the lead lap here tonight. And leading us down pit road, probably for the last time, will be the 24 Jeff Pogo. Then it'll be Jason Dobbs, Colton Farrell, Greg O'Berry, Todd Poston, your top 5 drivers as they enter pit road. Doesn't look like anybody at this point is going to stay out to try and lead a lap. They will all come down pit road right here. Oh, possibly a shake and bake move here. One driver, it looks like Michael Bromley, going to try and hustle around here to get himself a lap led, but Jeff Pogo and the entire rest of the field will come down pit road. This could be a huge moment in the race here. Who is going to lead off pit road? Who's going to be able to put 4 fresh tires and race fuel here in these machines? They do fill them up with a little bit of eyedroppers here, and it takes a long time. Craig Schwartz is down and away out there towards the rear of the field. Colton Farrell is down and away. Dobbs is down and away. Who's going to win the battle off pit road? It looks like Farrell might win this battle. Colton Farrell going to win the battle off pit road with a time out of his pit stall with a 26.8 second stop. That is getting it done. So it'll be Farrell, Dobbs, Levitt, Pogo, Schwartz, Poston, Taylor, Reynolds, O'Berry, and Bennett. Your top 10 drivers out of pit road. As you see, 2 drivers still sitting there. Randy Johnson, Jamie Leach. They are both trying to get some damage done. I believe Leach has a little more damage than we had expected as he now drops the jack. He will come back around. Bromley's still shown as our leader, though. He'll officially notch his name into the book here tonight of leading a lap. Well, race fans, we do got to give a big shout out. We got to thank all of you race fans for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's a new year, but it's the same old IROC series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's good to see you race fans out there supporting these drivers here at their little bit of I want to call, this is their expertise is out there behind the wheel, as ours is up here in the booth talking about it. Right now, though, Michael Bromley trying to see if he's a little bit of an expert on pit strategy. We'll see if that'll be determined here tonight. How about it for Michael Bromley? And a lot of these cars that are out there tonight, they are all painted by Michael Bromley. Even Colton Farrow's Toyota Supra? There's something wrong with Colton Farrow. I'm not quite sure what it is, but he has a Toyota symbol on his IROC here. What do you say about these paint jobs, race fan? Give a thumbs up here in chat if you really appreciate what the IROC series has going on here. And, well, if you're new to the Turn 3 Racing Network and you like what you see, go ahead, hit the little subscribe button, hit the little bell, get a notification anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We have races all through the week, whether you like, well, this IROC format with these street stocks, or, well, if you like some Cup Series action, tune in tomorrow night. Those guys will be live. If you like some Xfinity car stuff, we got that. We even have some IndyCar races here on the Turn 3 Racing Network over the weekend. So if you're a weekend warrior and like some IndyCar stuff, hop on over. We can set you up with that. Or if you just really like what these door-banging street stocks are all about. They no longer let me go out and play with these street stocks, race fans. They say, I'm youth in the booth, too fast, stay up there in the booth, sell your equipment so you can no longer come out here and race. They threaten me with they're going to come and just steal my wheel. So I guess we're just sit behind this microphone and talk about some of these drivers. But if you do need some paint schemes, definitely hit up Bromley Designs over there on Facebook. He is the creator behind season number 3's paint schemes here with the IROC series. He's your Pole Award and your grid sponsor tonight. Find him over at Bromley Designs on Facebook.com. As right now here on iRacing.com, the iRacing pace car ducks off, and we're back to green flag action. Bromley gonna jump a little bit of a start there. He's gonna try and get away from a lot of these drivers. He's got Colton to the outside. Colton has a chance. Does he want to go down to the inside and follow the 7 of Bromley around? As he does not, he selects the outside lane in turn 1. He will try and work around him on the outside. That'll put Dobbs down to the inside. Bromley actually gets a little bit loose. Now Dobbs is going to go up the track. So now Bromley stays to the bottom. Farrow has a chance to clear by turn 3. Farrow going to go to the lead here on lap 53. 22 laps are going to be here left in this one when they come back around. And Colton Farrow going to put his name in the books here tonight. He officially leads a lap from the Texas Motor Speedway. Still 22 drivers out there. 22 drivers have a chance as Bromley and Pogo playing a little bit of zigzag out there. Now they go single file at the front, and they leave. Todd Poston to the outside. Jeff Pogo peeking to the outside here. Will he elect to stay outside and try and work his way towards the front? He will. He's going to look to the outside here on the number 7 of Bromley. He knows Bromley might not have enough fuel to finish this one out here as he ducks right back in line, though. Bromley thinking about going to the outside on Dobbs here. Will Jeff Pogo follow, or will Jeff Pogo go to the inside? Pogo's going to dive underneath him here in turn number 1. So it will be Farrow, Dobbs, Pogo, Levitt to the inside. They're your first 4 cars. Outside lane is the 7 of Bromley, and then the 48 of Todd Poston is out there. What will Todd Poston do as he is trying to work with the 7 of Bromley? Neither of those drivers having a lot of racing action together as Bromley up the track. And now Poston nowhere to go behind the number 7 as he has actually started to lose a little bit of ground now as he's caught the 7 of Bromley. Across the line, officially now 20 laps to go here in race number 4. As O'Barry down to the inside there under Poston had a little bit of a wiggle. They all held on to it. Poston trying to push the 7 now of Bromley down the backstretch, trying to gain some of those positions back. Cole Haas is going to the outside, and he has started to work the 29 machine back up through the field. He's now back to the 12th position. A lot of these guys still staying down there on the white line, not venturing up. Lynn McNeese gets a little bit loose there in front of the 02 as, through the grass goes the 08 of Rivera. Rivera going to trim the grass out there tonight. 48 of Poston gives up, goes from running in the 6th spot all the way back to the 9th spot. He ditches the 7 of Bromley to the outside. Now it's going to be the ABV crew. Look at everybody down there on the apron. They even used the apron through the corner. That's Lynn McNeese in the 84 machine. Out of turn 4 they come through the tri-oval. Oh, the 01 almost into the wall. The 7 almost into the wall. I can't believe they both held onto it and didn't even touch that wall coming through the tri-oval. Absolutely some insane racing going on here with 18 laps to go here at Texas. That outside lane still working for the 29 of Kohlhaas. He's now into the 10th position as Bromley fell all the way from the lead back to the 16th, now 17th position. He's continuing to fall through the field into the outside wall. Lynn McNeese goes through the tri-oval. That right side of that 84 machine has been used up here tonight. Now here comes Taylor. Taylor works to the outside here. He's going to try and get around Jeff Pogo the hard way, the long way around. Colton Farrow hanging on to the inside lane. He's got the Supra tuned up. Right now, though, Farrow going to lead him back off turn number 4, back to the front stretch. Here they come across the line. Farrow now leads his 7th lap. We can officially call that Jeff Pogo has clinched the most laps led here tonight from the Texas Motor Speedway. If he doesn't lead any more laps, it'll still be 34 laps led for Jeff Pogo. Oh, look at Dobbs a little bit sideways out of turn 4. Here comes Levitt now trying to make a move down the backstretch. He peeks down there below the white line. Going to move Jeff Pogo up the track a little bit. He lifted, though, before he got to turn 3 and allowed Pogo to have the position back. Dobbs, though, now, is he going to go to the outside on Farrow? Trying to shake and bake him as they come through the tri-oval. 16 to go, and Dobbs is all over the back end of that 62 machine. Is it going to be the Buffalo Bills fan, the 62 of Colton Farrow, racing for coast to almost coast? Right now, his teammate Darrell Clodder is back in the 14th spot, but right now, Colton leading the way here. 15 laps to go here around this 1.5-mile track. Dobbs going to go back to the outside, trying to get that run out of turn 4 to try and look underneath that 62 machine. He's got a run coming. What's he going to do with it, though? Jeff Pogo's going to fill the hole. Almost contact there between your two top 3 positions. Dobbs going to go back to the outside. Now will Pogo be able to fill the inside position? He does. Dobbs going to go out there in front of two... tongue-tied twister. Hello. Here comes the trash man. Dobbs out there. 2 Tennessee people to the outside. Contact between Bennett and I believe that's Schwartz down the backstretch. They both gather it up. They both get it figured out by the time they get to turn 3. Schwartz, I think, might have even slapped that inside wall with the 0-2. He'll drop a position. Bennett takes over the 11th spot. Millen now takes 12th. At the line, here comes the 62. Farrow leads us across the line. 13 laps to go. You got Nevada leading the way here with Missouri in second. Tennessee to the outside lane. You got 2 Tennessee drivers inside the top 5, and you have 2 Nevada drivers out there who will be able to pull it out. You got a Missouri native slapped in the middle of all of this nonsense. You call it nonsense, you call it craziness. It is what it is at this point, and it'll be 12 to go at the line. Farrow's still going to lead the way, and then it's Pogo to the inside with him. And Levitt to the outside. It's still Dobbs and Taylor. And then look at Kohlhaas. He has worked himself back up inside the top 6 right now. And look, there's Greg O'Berry also. Hunter Reynolds. A lot of these guys that got shoveled. Dobbs is sideways. Dobbs is into the outside wall. Yellow's going to come out. The track is going to get wadded up here. Darrell Clodder. I think that's the 31 of Donald Bennett going for one heck of a wild ride. Dobbs' car is crab walking down the backstretch, and with 12 laps to go, that puts us under yellow, and it happened right at the front of the field. We will go back and we will go over top if we can here of this battle. Watching at the bottom of the screen, Dobbs is to the outside of Farrow here when they get down to turn 1. What happens coming out of turn 2, though? That sent the driver of the 985. Oh, contact as he was coming down the track a little bit. Dobbs up into the wall. Bennett nowhere to go. Look at Orlando nowhere to go. Darrell Clodder is that Danny Valenzuela, Craig Schwartz, David Gainforth is involved, and Bennett just going for one heck of a wild ride. We're going to have to throw it back, race fans, and see what just went on. Let's see if we can... Let's look at this camera. Donald Bennett. You're not going to see what he sees, but just watch. You can tell how violent this crash is. All you see is sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground. And then the motor expires as he comes to a rest on the lid for the driver of the 31. Crazy accident here with 12 laps to go. Let's see if we can we'll throw it back one final time here. And we'll just watch what happened here as we go and follow Dobbs. You see him to the outside, and there will be contact between him and the 24 out of turn 2 as Dobbs is a little bit sideways there. Absolutely carnage on the backstretch there. You see Schwartz rolling away. Smoke out the bottom of that car, and he was missing half the nose clip on the O2 machine as he pulled away from the accident. Some craziness happening here for these drivers. A lot of them down pit road, but a lot of your leaders electing to stay out here. Carnage galore. It was officially the big one here at Texas. Crazy racing action out there. Let's see, though, maybe we can grab a word in with the driver that went up over, saw the sky, saw the ground a handful of times. Let's see if he's actually feeling all right after that little bit of a ride. Donald Bennett, you got a copy. It's Muth up here in the booth.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, you can hear it in your voice. You were inside the top 10 when all that actually kind of went wrong there. What did you see? We went on board and watched you, but what did you feel inside that car?
I was all over the place. I knew I was dead.
Well, you're not physically dead, but dead in sim it looks, as the nose and the hood are off this 31 machine. You see the tires being changed on it. How much damage is done? Is it over for the night?
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, I think the engine blew up.
Yeah, a lot of good racing out here from Texas, though. How was the track conditions tonight?
Oh, beautiful. It was great. I really enjoyed the track, and I thought that if you stayed on the inside, you really had the advantage.
Well, tonight, though, the advantage not going to be in your favor here. It looks like you might get credited with, if you can't get back out there, a 21st place finish. That's really going to hurt, as you and the other Keystone Motorsport driver of Josiah Millen looked like you were actually in a good position for some good, strong finishes here, as you guys are a little bit farther down on the team points than you would like so far here in the early season.
Yeah, but, we're going to keep fighting and see where we can go from here. I mean, we got a few races left and see what happens.
Yeah, well, there you heard it from Donald Bennett. The night is going to be over. He saw the ground. He knew he was already dead before he actually brought the car back onto all four tires. He's down pit road, and the motor is expired on that machine. He'll be done here for tonight. But the iRacing pace car lights do go out. We're going to go back green flag racing here. It's going to be a shootout, 7 laps to go, and it's going to be Farrow, and then it's going to be Pogo, and it's going to be Levitt, Taylor, O'Berry, Cole Haas, Reynolds, Poston, Millen, and Whitaker. Your top 10 drivers right now. Then it's McNeese, Leach, Johnson, Timmy Valenzuela, Craig Schwartz, Jason Dobbs, Michael Bromley, and Danny Valenzuela is the last one back out on track. And it looks like tonight might be over for the driver of the 26. That will break his 3-race streak of no incident points, because right now I'm counting he has 5 race fans and his night is over with. But the green flag's back in the air. His teammate Colton Farrow coming up through the gears. It's going to be 7 laps to go, and he's got one heck of a start. But now what he did with that start, he put those two teammates nose to tail. As actually they get all separated. Colton Farrow is absolutely loving what he's seeing in his mirror right now. Two teammates battling it out for that second position, and they let Greg O'Berry wander right into the front door here on this one. Pogo's car didn't get up to speed, and now they got to kind of fight back. A little over half a second gap here from Colton Farrow. Back to those guys right there, about a little over half a second. It's like the hornet's nest back there. 6 laps to go here at Texas, and the battle is on. Doesn't look like Jeff Pogo or Cody Levitt right now have any speed in these two machines as they are getting passed up. Greg O'Berry's back to the second position, and here comes Reynolds. He is storming on the inside. Jeff Pogo's looking to get passed up here by last time out winner, the 48-11, the 48 of Post, and Levitt back there a little bit sideways is what I was looking at. And actually, right there is Kohlhaas still working back up inside the top 10 here. He runs in the 7th spot. Michael Whitaker is right behind him in 8th. McNeese is 9th. And Johnson, with a Touran race car, is back inside the top 10 right now. He is running 10th. Wonder what happened to Josh Taylor as that 01 machine is now falling through the field. He is shown in the 11th spot. At the line, though, here comes Greg O'Berry. Oh, the Farrow machine sideways in front of the field as he came out of turn 4, checked up that bottom lane. It looks like Levitt was out of the racing groove and almost into the outside wall in the tri-oval. It'll be 4 laps to go. With 4 laps to go, Greg O'Berry is trying to find a way back around Colton Farrow. Farrow has now led the last 19 laps, and he is not wanting to give it up here with 4 to go. O'Berry's going to go to the inside. A block by Farrow. Farrow's going to get turned, and he'll come back up. Levitt nowhere to go. Looked like Greg O'Berry possibly going to the inside on Colton Farrow in turn 3 here, which will put us under the yellow flag. With just a handful of laps to go, we're trying to follow this around from one of our infield dynamic cameras views that we have here. Reynolds right there lifted for O'Berry, and then O'Berry got one heck of a run shove off the nose of the 14. He went to go to the inside here down the backstretch. He had just a fender right to that left rear quarter panel, and then Farrow turned it right back up into the track, and unfortunately Farrow goes up and over, and Levitt also going to go for a little bit of a tumble in his 38 machine. I think I saw Josh Taylor come through here. Also, let's see, possibly, see if we can find the nose camera off Josh Taylor. Oh, Jeff Pogo got turned around too. We didn't catch that, but Pogo going to go around in the 24 machine, and then, Pogo ends up flipping onto his lid. We'll go back and see what happened to Pogo. We saw the 2 to the inside there disappear. Oh, and then O'Berry comes back up onto the track, and he forces Reynolds up. Kohlhaas nowhere to go. And then Pogo nose hard up into the outside wall. All right, sorry about that, race fans. Had to take a little bit of a care of something there. And we are back here with 3 laps to go. So this is going to send us to overtime. And it looks like it'll be O'Berry, Reynolds, Poston, Kohlhaas, Whitaker, your top 5 drivers here. Looks like only 11 drivers are left here on the lead lap. Bromley, Levitt, Pogo, Dobbs, and Farrow all right now showing 1 and 2 laps down respectively. So as we're about to go to a green-white checker, we're going to step away for just a moment, and we'll be back here with the conclusion of round number 4 here from Texas. And welcome back, race fans, here to the Texas Motor Speedway. Green, white checker in play here, 3 laps to go. And, well, it's going to be absolutely crazy to finish things off here. It's going to be Greg O'Berry, Hunter Reynolds, Todd Poston, IROC, Cole Haas, Michael Whitaker, your top 5. Lynn McNeese, Josh Taylor back to the 7th spot, Randy Johnson in 8th, Jamie Leach is in 9th, and Timmy Valenzuela could have possibly his best finish ever with the Salt Flat IROC Series as he runs in the 10th spot. 11th is Josiah Millen, and he is the last car on your lead lap. And last car running 1 lap down is Michael Bromley in the 12th position. iRacing Pace Car going to dive in here, though, and we're going to go back to green flag racing for the final time. Green-white checker right here. Who will win it here in overtime? Green flag is in the air. Greg O'Berry gets one heck of a restart here. As the battle is for the 2nd spot, Reynolds' car didn't seem like it came up to speed. Here comes Todd Poston. He has a run. He has a teammate just behind him a couple rows back. Oh, the wheels kind of hop there for each other. Cole Haas going to go around, and that's going to end it. Greg O'Berry is going to win the race here in Texas, I believe. I don't believe we have another green-white checker in store. We'll have to go back and see what happened to Cole Haas as his car is sitting here sideways on the backstretch with the nose tore off of it. We saw the car spin, but what exactly happened? There you see in front of them the 48 and the 14. Their wheels get locked together coming out of turn 2. There it is. You see the lock, and then around goes the 29. And that's what puts us under caution. So the Cole Haas machine comes to a rest there with smoke coming out of the hood. That's not a good indication for him here tonight as he had a quick car. There he is as he's on track right now. He's just trying to roll around. He knows Michael Bromley's still out there, so if he pulls that 29 machine in, Bromley will end up taking the 11th position from him. So Greg O'Berry is still your leader here. And let's see what the timing and scoring tells us here. It looks like we will get another green-white checker attempt here. Usually only one with the IROC series. Looks like they snuck one in here on us here from Texas. So we're doing it all once again here. So Bromley going to get his lap back here. That'll put 12 cars back on the lead lap pending Ira Cole Haas if he's able to finish this one out here tonight. So as Bromley comes back around with his number 7 machine, it'll be O'Berry, Reynolds, Poston, McNeese, Whitaker, Johnson, Taylor, Leach, Valenzuela, Millen, Cole Haas, and then Bromley. And I believe, I believe Ira is coming down pit road, but he is still out there roaming the racetrack here in the 29 machine. Well, race fans, it's been one heck of a race. Who do you think is going to end up winning this one here tonight? Can Greg O'Berry hang on in the 81 machine? Do you think Hunter Reynolds can sneak around him, go from the front to the back, and win this thing here? Or can Todd Poston go back-to-back? How about Lynn McNeese running right there in the 4th spot? Michael Whitaker is just sitting back there quietly running that 707 machine in 5th. Randy Johnson has worked his way back up into the contention to possibly sneak one out. Josh Taylor, it's been a quiet night. I think possibly Josh Taylor may have got engine damage on the 01 machine. Remember when he went ghosting through one of those drivers who were going up and over? I believe it was the Jeff Pogo machine. And Jamie Leach runs in the 8th spot. Well, while we're here under caution, why don't we just go ahead and dial up one of these over-the-wall racing drivers. Let's see if we can get a word in with Timmy Valenzuela. Timmy, do you have a copy? It is Muth up here in the booth.
Hey, what is up, Roger Muth? How's it going?
Well, we're doing pretty good. Tim, tell us what the heck is going on up there. You do realize it's towards the end of the race here, and you're inside the top 10.
Roger, I have no idea what's going on. I had to pull in on lap 1 to adjust my horizon adjustment. I was 12% off, so I was like basically sitting in the passenger seat. And I was 2 laps down. I hit the wall twice, and honestly, I've just been lucky with avoiding wrecks after that.
Well, what, you can't drive from the passenger seat of this car?
Dude, I want you to know, driving from the passenger seat, looking at the steering wheel puts you at like a 45-degree angle when you're driving, and the steering wheel don't work that well.
Well, you can't drive in Australia?
No. Because they don't move the steering wheel for us on iRacing.
Oh, well, that's a little weird, but hey, I see we do get the one to go here. That means we're gonna give it one more shot here to green white checker. You have a chance to win this, my friend. See if you can go pull one out here.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Oh, by the way, before I let you go, just remember you're gonna be the highest finish in Valenzuela here tonight.
I was so happy about that. I just want you to know.
Well, now not only do you and I know it, everybody else that's tuned in right now knows about it too. So hey, good luck here on this restart.
All right, let's go. Thanks, Roger.
Let's go, he said. He is the highest running Valenzuela. He is inside the top 10 right now. It is Timmy the Crash Valenzuela in 9th. Greg O'Barry's going to lead us back to this restart. He'll have Hunter Reynolds and then 2 of the NSRA Super Speedway racers, Todd Poston and Lynn McNeese, Michael Whitaker and Johnson right there, all ready to pounce to see if they can get around these front 2 machines and park them in victory lane. 3 laps, 2 laps when we take the green flag to settle this one out here tonight. There they come. The green flag is out on another good start for the 81 of Greg O'Barry. 2 laps to go. The next flag is going to end the race. Here comes Todd Poston to the inside on Hunter Reynolds. The 48 machine now has his way around the 14. Hunter Reynolds with that little bit of damage could have just caused himself to not get up to speed. Now can the 48 of Poston work his way around Greg O'Barry? McNeese going to drift high. Poston drifts high just a little bit. Poston trying to stay right there on the bumper of the 81 as they work out of turn number 4. They're going to see it this time by white flag is in the air. One more lap here from Texas for round 4. It's O'Barry, it is Reynolds and Poston. McNeese, your top 4 with Whitaker riding back there just ready to pounce. And so is Josh Taylor. He has now started to come through the field. Down the backstretch for the final time, it is still Greg O'Barry holding on to it. Poston had to lift just a little bit down the backstretch. It's the final time. Could he give him a little bit of a bump and run here? McNeese having issues. McNeese going to go around, but coming out of turn number 4 here. Here comes Poston. He has a chance to go to the inside. Doesn't take it. It's going to be Greg O'Barry winning round number 4. Todd Poston coming across there in 2nd. Hunter Reynolds in 3rd. Jamie Leach in 4th. Bromley comes back for a top 5 finish. And how about Timmy Valenzuela? 6th place here tonight for Timmy Valenzuela. Randy Johnson comes across 7th. Josiah Millen in 8th. Michael Whitaker fell to 9th there. I think something happened with McNeese, which caused a lot of these guys to have a little bit of a checkup. McNeese finishes 10th here tonight. What a race we just saw here, race fans, as Greg O'Barry is going to park the Nichols Performance 81 here in victory lane. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, race fans, we are going to step away. What an exciting race we just watched here as Greg O'Barry wins it. We're going to step away. We're going to get your post-race interviews ready for you, and we will be right back here from Texas. Well, welcome back here, race fans of the Texas Motor Speedway. Round 4 is in the books, and boy, was it one heck of a door bang, drag 'em out. We do everything bigger in Texas style here tonight. Your winner, we got him right here with us, race fans. It's the 81 of Greg O'Berry. Greg, this was not an easy win for you and this Nichols Performance team. You really had to work for this one. What really was the determining factor here that put this 81 in victory lane tonight?
Man, that was a tough race. That was probably the hardest one I've run with these guys. But before I get too far, I got to apologize to Colton and all these guys that got took out in that wreck. I didn't mean to turn him like that, and he was blocking, but as he should. We were just both trying to go for the win there, caused that accident. So I hate everybody got tore up like that, but glad to have come out on a good end on it.
Yeah, so you parked this car in victory lane. This is only your second ever win here with the IROC series. It's got to feel good. You won at one of the short tracks, beating out one of the best racers on the iRacing platform with Tim Smith. Tonight you didn't have to go wheel to wheel with Tim Smith to win here at the cookie cutter mile-and-a-half tracks known as Texas Speedway, but it's still got to feel pretty darn good here for this Nichols Performance group.
Yeah, they can't say I lucked into this one. Pit strategy on the last one at Myrtle Beach, but tonight all three of us had pretty good cars. The other two guys, I hate it for them. Randy and Jason got took out in an accidents, but we had strong cars. I mean, the accident I got took out with or spun out in started 16th after that and drove back to 4th in that next run. So we definitely had good cars, had it going. You just had to kind of figure out what line to be in and how to make a pass.
That was a battle of nutrition for you here tonight. But talk about that final restart. Were you worried when you saw, starting to your outside, I believe it was Reynolds at the time, and then you saw the two red machines that were going to line up next to each other, Poston and McNeese? Were you worried that any of those guys were going to be able to work together at least and get around you on that final restart?
Yeah, my biggest worry was actually on the restart going into one. I got such a big lead on the first attempt. I was dragging my brake coming out of 2, and when I saw him get squirrely behind me, I was thankful to have another shot at it. So the second time, I didn't let him get as big a gap between us just to try to keep the momentum down. And it's such a momentum track. If you don't have it wound up, you're not going to make a pass.
Well, tonight you were able to keep it wound up as you came back through the field here. So who do you got to thank for parking this Nichols Performance machine in victory lane for the second time?
Like you said, Nichols Performance, Tony Nichols and the guys building the race engines in Cookville, Tennessee. We appreciate him slapping his name on the team. All the guys that help us out with the league and Bromley paint the cars, and he did one for me, personal car last week. Did a good job, so if you need one, go check him out.
Well, there you heard it from your winner here tonight, race fans. It's the driver of the 81, the Nichols Performance Highlighter Yellow Team. It is Greg O'Berry, winning round number 4 here in the IROC series. And, well, that's not the only interview we have here tonight. We've also caught up with the man who finished second. It may not be a win here tonight for the 48 of Todd Poston, but Todd, a second-place finish with no practice and slapping the outside wall coming through the tri-oval in the first 5 laps. You got to feel pretty good to come home second.
Oh yeah, coming home second after missing practice and everything feels pretty darn good.
Yeah, but tell us about your night. It wasn't just an easy night either. Greg, you heard him. He had a really hard night, tough night racing with these boys. How was your night coming back through the field after your little bit of a scuffle with that wall?
Come back to the field, if you got on that outside line, it was like you hit an imaginary wall. You weren't going anywhere on that outside. You had to get on the bottom and hope someone made a mistake up top.
Yeah, we saw a lot of guys able to get up there on the outside lane and kind of work themselves front, but once they got to the front, they kind of hit the wall. Is that just with no draft you hit the wall, or if you had somebody shoved up underneath you, were you able to make those passes?
Even with someone pushing, it was like that whole outside line just hit that wall and couldn't go anywhere. If you got 3 or 4 guys, it seemed like you could make a little bit of headway, but other than that, 2 guys, you weren't going anywhere.
Yeah, well, the tides are going to change here. Next week, we're off because none other than myself and maybe a handful of the drivers here in this league are headed to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the midget shootout down there for the Chili Bowl. But we're going to start things back up here on January 22nd. We're going to go from this 1.5-mile track here, the half mile, down to Rockingham. How do you feel about picking things back up on the 22nd from Rockingham after racing here?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I love shorter tracks.
Son, you do realize you run super
Tight.
speedways.
Yeah, I do, but again, I like the shorter tracks also.
Well, we're just going to have to find that out. We're going to put that in the notepad, race fans. Coming up on the 22nd, Todd Poston is looking forward to running a short track. We'll see if he needs some tips, because he normally comes to me beforehand. Hey, can you show me how to race this or whatnot? But hey, we won't tell them all the secrets of where you get all your stuff from. But you know, Todd, a second place finish. It's not a win to back up last season or the last calendar year how you ended it up, but a second place got to feel pretty good for the NSRA team. Is there anybody you got to thank though for coming home second here tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank Lynn and David Gainforth. They got a little bit of issues there. Lynn was running right there in fourth going into the last lap and seemed to have an issue coming out of three. Guy I think got turned around. But other than that, we had a pretty good race.
A good race for the driver of the 48 out of the NSRA stables. Comes home in the second position. He'll gain a couple more spots in the championship hunt. And one final interview, probably one of the men who had to work the hardest for his third place victory. It'll be the driver of the 14 of Hunter Reynolds. Hunter, you started up towards the front here tonight. The first pit stop, you came down and you just absolutely missed your pit stall. You had to start all the way at the back and then got caught up in a wreck. How hard was it to try and rebound from those little mistakes you made?
Oh man, once I missed my pit stop, I was like, dang, this is probably over, because that top line really wasn't working. But came down, put some fresh tires on, and started the back, and we could slowly work our way up. I just had to be patient and wait for mistakes to happen, but we ended up working it back up here in the end.
Yeah, you had about, 70 laps to really make up the ground you lost from the pit stop, and then getting wound up in that little bit of a crash. And it just seemed like you slowly worked your way back up through the field. Was patience really key here tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you wanted to be too aggressive on someone, you would end up spinning them out or making a mistake yourself, because you really had to get on the wheel and this sucker on the bottom, and you really just had to wait for someone to slip up. Sometimes you could just poke your nose in, test the waters, but yeah, the 70 laps to do it, it was all about patience tonight.
Yeah, all about patience and a good finish here for yourself. You know, you finished one spot behind another one of the Rookie of the Year candidates and Todd Poston. You came into the night tied for fourth in the points. Second overall in the Rookie of the Year championship hunt. Tonight, though, with Randy Johnson having a little bit of issues finishing behind you, that points championship is going to start to shrink. It's really starting to come down to a 3-horse race here. Do you think going towards now, call this about halfway, almost the halfway point, do you think in the second half of the season, now having a handful of races under your belt in these cars, that you could possibly extend now that championship hunt for the Rookie of the Year?
I mean, I definitely think it's possible. I have high hopes, and as I get more races under my belt, I'm getting better at the fuel strategy and what I need to do to get this sucker up front. These things are a handful to drive, but totally fun. I think I have a chance.
Well, there you heard it. He thinks he has a chance, race fans. But, Hunter, before we kind of wrap this up here, we're going to roll the red carpet out. We're going to hand you the microphone. Is there anybody you got to thank for parking this 14 machine here in third place tonight?
Oh yeah, I would like to thank Green's Rod Shop for helping me out, all that they do for me. Of course, Bromley for painting the cars, all the admins at Salt Flat do a good job, and of course, for the broadcast, you guys do a great job, and all the fans, friends and family watching, we appreciate you guys.
Bam, 1 out of 3, not bad here tonight. Hunter Reynolds coming home here in the third spot. Wasn't easy for Hunter to finish third here tonight, but he was able to battle back. He wasn't able to beat the man out front of Greg O'Berry, but he gave it one heck of a shot. So O'Berry gonna be our winner here tonight from Texas for round number 4. You heard it though, next week we are off here with the IROC series, so no Wednesday night broadcast. We'll pick things back up on the 22nd when I get back from the Chili Bowl out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Look for those live updates via the Turn 3 Racing Network channel. You'll be able to see all the fun activities we're doing out there in Tulsa. And also, before we wrap things up here, though, we got to thank all the sponsors here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. The Jordan Henn race team out of the Northeast Pennsylvania. We got to thank them for everything they do for the IROC Series. 2-T Lawn Care, you saw a couple of those guys drive through the grass here tonight. 2-T Lawn Care is going to fix that up for the next race here at Texas. We got to also thank Bromley Designs, the designer behind the Salt Flat IROC paint schemes this season. Mike Bromley over there does wonderful work. You need any sorts of paints, head on over to Bromley Designs on Facebook.com and get your paints looking sharp. Taylor Motorsports coming on board as your premier sponsor here with the IROC series. Josh tonight, though, was coming back up through the field, has a 10th place finish. We got to thank him. Nichols Race Engines and Race Performance, they're the men who built the 81's motor here tonight, and he parked them in Victory Lane. Congratulations to Nichols Performance, and thank you to them for everything they do. And that's going to do it here tonight for us on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You just watched the 4th round here for the Salt Flat IROC Series, and Greg O'Berry hung on for a win here. We will catch you 2 weeks live time right here on the 22nd for the Salt Flat IROC Series, round number 5 from the Rock.